50 Warren. I'm going to give you a little bit of a snapshot of what to expect for Restaurant Week. Today we're going to be making a delicious ciappino, which is really an Italian fish stew. So to get started, I've got a nice pan here. We're going to get it nice and hot. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in it. I only like to use the extra virgin, as that's going to have the best flavor for us. So once this gets nice and hot, it's just about there. To make sure we get our shrimp in here. I like to leave the tails on because I find people can pick them up and eat them. Also, it provides a little bit of natural garnish, if you will. And you can tell that they weren't processed, that we did them right here. We pulled them, we peeled them, and we got them going. Nice American shrimp. And if you can hear that, we got a nice little sizzle going already, which means the pan is exactly where we need it to be. Next step is we've got some nice mussels here. Now these are from Prince Edward Island, right around the corner. Now the key to mussels is anytime you buy a bag of mussels, plan on losing about 15 to 20% of them. Because what happens is they die. Their natural habitat is the ocean, is the water, so the second you start transporting them, the lifespan of these isn't as long as you would expect it to be. So what you do is you really just give it a tap, and if you can see this one's just a little bit opened up, that means we don't want him. That means he's already past his prime, and if you give him a little tap and they close up, that means you're ready to go. We've got our shrimp in here already. We'll give it a nice little turn. Oh yeah, boy, that's coming out nice. We've also got some scallops here. Now these are some big U10 scallops. So I'm going to put these right in here. I took the liberty of pre-searing them. We get some nice color on them. And now we're ready for our mussels. Now you want to make sure that you have the mussels last because they tend to cook very, very quickly. We picked all these. We're ready to go, and they're just closing up nicely. You can actually see them move in there. It's kind of neat. We'll throw our mussels in. Boy, that sounds super. An Italian fish stew is traditionally done with, well, any fish that you have laying around, anything that's extra, anything that's left over. It's a great way for utilization. It's traditionally made with red peppers, tomatoes, garlic. I'm going to throw our garlic in here. You can really start to smell that in a second. It doesn't take long. This is what really invites people to the kitchen, get nice garlic smells. That and vanilla for some reason when you're doing baking. Now, the mussels are already starting to open up, which is great. This is the point where we want to hit it with some wine. You can use wine, you can use vinegar. Some people like to make it with wet wine. I have a Pinot Grigio because I just want to get a little bit of that sweetness, but a little bit of bitterness to it too. And it's a light enough wine, perfect, where you're not going to have to really worry about whether or not it's going to cover up the flavors of the delicate fish that you have in here. So this is great. Now before you add your sauce, you want to make sure that you're reducing this down to what's referred to as sep. So it's almost like a maple syrup type consistency because we're combining ingredients that don't traditionally go together. Like if you're doing a cream sauce, for instance, vinegar and cream, well, they don't hold together very well. So if you're doing a beurre blanc, you want to make sure that they're added at the exact time. So you need to reduce it down. I think it's 1/10 of the volume that you had in order to add your cream. Today we're going to go ahead and add a nice red sauce. So we've got our tomatoes, we've got our peppers, and we're going to pour it right in over top of all these. Now I've got a penne pasta here. We only use fresh penne pasta. And we just need a little bit to coat the bottom of our bowl. So I've got some boiling water here, and I like to salt it to really pull all of those flavors into it. And get it in the cell walls of all the pasta that you've got there. Got a nice bowl here. Got a plate for it. And I've got some delicious ciabatta bread. One of the nice things about ciabatta bread is it's light, it's crispy, it keeps a very soft center when you toast it, and the grilled flavor I find goes really well with the tomatoes that are in here. Oh yeah, we've got something really special here. So our pasta's just about done. Just get all that water out of there. We don't want it to dilute our delicious sauce that we just made here. Alright, so we're going to put that right in the bottom of this bowl. And we're going to pour all this wonderful seafood right over top of it. And just make sure we coat everything in this wonderful sauce. Perfect. Right over the top. And as you can see, this really fills up the bowl nicely. Beautiful. Now, we're not quite done yet. We also need to add our garnish. So as I was saying about the ciabatta bread, this comes in a long loaf, about this big, and ciabatta actually means slipper in Italian. What they used to do is used to take their elbow and dip it in the back of it so it would look like a slipper when you actually got it. I cut it into some nice strips. Problem is they discovered dipping parts of their body in bread Probably wasn't the best choice after a while. So they just leave it without the little dimple that goes in it. Fun food fact for you. We've got our ciabatta bread. We're going to put it right here on the edge. As you can see, that adds some nice color, a little differentiation. And one of the traditional things is not avocado, but I find that it really cuts through and adds to this dish wonderfully. Buttery, creamy, adds some color to it. Beautiful. And if you're feeling just a little bit crazy or you want to get spicy, I've got a rowdy red sauce. We've got the rowdy zone right here at UMass Lowell. So we created a sauce that matched our fans' excitement that they put into everything. So no shame in putting a little bit of rowdy sauce right over top of it. And you can find that right here at 50 Warren. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm Adam Parker, and I'm the executive chef here at the ICC 50 Warren Restaurant for UMass Lowell. Thank you for joining us for Restaurant Week.